I am in Aschaffenburg in part because when I look at the infection rates, the city's probably going to be forced back into lockdown in the next couple of days, and I want to avoid that, but mostly because some of you have been making little jokes in the comments about how Aschaffenburg translates as arse monkey castle. Well, for you I have a very special treat, but first, something educational.
Aschaffenburg is a small city of 70,000 people, the second biggest city in the Bavarian region of Lower Franconia and part of the Rhine-Main metropolitan area. And of course, the name has nothing to do with buttocks or apes. Apart from anything else, it doesn't have enough R's. The Aschaff is... well, technically it's a river, but it runs through a part of the city that wasn't incorporated into it until 1901. Oh, that's weird. Anyway, the Burg part can mean any fortified place, not necessarily a castle. It's related to a lot of endings you've seen in English language place names. There is a castle here. Schloss Johannesburg was built in the 17th century to replace the old medieval castle and is considered a fine example of German Renaissance architecture. At the time, Aschaffenburg was the second city of the electorate of Mainz, and the castle served as the elector's second residence. And because in those days separation of church and state wasn't a thing, the elector was also the Archbishop of Mainz. Incidentally, the archbishop who commissioned the castle, Johann Schweikart von Kornberg, was particularly interested in executing witches, 361 of them to be exact. But what annoyed people was that he was a bit too nice to the Protestants.
Now, I fully understand that those of you making jokes about backsides were in fact making jokes and you didn't want me to take you seriously, but nevertheless, there is something that I think you might like to see. It's hidden down a side road on the perimeter wall of the castle grounds, and it's in that direction. So, let's have a look.
It's not listed in most tourist guides, it's hard to find and difficult to see, but it is there, and it is very definitely a fine pair of buttocks. This, you will be delighted to learn, is the Aschaffenburg arse, or ass for you North Americans.
What does seem clear is that it was intended as a joke or maybe an insult by the mason. Perhaps he wasn't being paid properly, or he just didn't like the Archbishop. Either way, it's there now. And it's kind of a shame that a movement to get this recognised as an official logo for the city never really gained any ground.
Yes, there was a half-serious attempt to get this little guy to represent the values and traditions of Aschaffenburg, but for some reason, the tourist board didn't seem that enthusiastic about the idea. Shame really, because can you imagine